You need to write a program with these select options: char id, con id and FL date. So before writing program, it will be good if you can understand what you need to do exactly. So in normal scenario, you have a program, and in your program you write selection screen and then you write select statement. So when you write your select statement, you can include your selection screen in where condition. The scenario is straightforward. Now in this case, what you need to do, you have two different entities. One is AMDP and one is your program. You are going to write select statement in AMDP and your selection screen will be there in your program. So when you will be write a select statement, when you will be writing a select statement in AMDP, you don't know what will be the selection screen exactly. So you should be able to write a select statement in AMDP in such a way that you can incorporate any selection screen. In short, you will have to ensure that any selection screen can be incorporated in your select statement. So for that, you will have to have one more importing parameter in AMDP which you can pass from your program. So in AMDP, you will be adding one more importing parameter as a where condition. And in program, when you will be writing selection screen, you will be passing this selection screen to your AMDP method. So how you will pass this selection screen? You will combine this selection screen into one string and pass it to your AMDP method as an exporting parameter. So this is what you are going to do in this exercise. So now you will learn how to do these activities. So I am in ADT and I am connected to ABAP system. The first thing that you are going to do is create AMDP. So right click on your temp package, new ABAP class. Give a Z name for your ABAP class. SCL OPT. Description AMDP. Select option. Click on finish. So here obviously I am going to implement first standard interface if AMDP marker HTTP. So in this AMDP, what exactly you are supposed to do? If you go to this exercise document, in the solution, you can see this AMDP is created according to exercise 2, which you have done previously. I hope you have done that exercise in which you need to calculate top and flop members. So this was there in second exercise, and similar activity you will be doing over here, calculating top and flop. However, while calculating top and flop, you will also add selection screen in your program. So what is done over here? Since you need three fields in the output, carrier ID, con ID and occupancy percentage. So these three fields are defined in the type definition. Accordingly, internal table is defined over here. And here is the definition of class. And as you have learned some time back that one more additional importing parameter IVWhere is added over here, which will be of type string. So when you will be calling this method from your program, you can pass your select options to this string. And then you have exporting parameter et top and et flop. So this is a method definition. And if you go to implementation section, semantics is same, there is no change. However, here is a change in the actual code. You can see the select statement is same, select top 10 char id, con id, then sum of seat SOC divided by sum of seat max into 100 as occupancy percentage from is flight, group by char id and con id, and order by occupancy percentage by descending order. However, the output of this select statement is stored in IT top and not in ET top. Why so? Because once the output is collected in IT top, a filter is applied on top of IT top of where condition, and then the final output is stored in ET top. So you can see this apply filter, and here you can see there is a the syntax is different for IT top because it is a variable, and the syntax for IV where is also different because it is an importing parameter. So this is how a filter is applied of where condition on top of this IT top. Whatever output will be there from IT top, a filter of where condition will be applied, and this where condition will be passed from the program to AMDP, and then the final output will be stored in ET top. Please note that both the activities, that means this select statement and applying filter on top of it, both the activities will be done within database itself. So it's not the case that the select statement will be first executed in the database, it will be sent to application layer and then the filter will be applied on top of that. No. Please note that both the activities, both the statements will be executed within database in one go. Now the same thing is done for IT flop also. This is a select statement for IT flop, and then the output is stored in IT flop, and then a filter is applied on top of IT flop of where condition, and finally the output is stored in IT flop. So this is how AMDP method is implemented. And then what you do in a program is, initially select options are defined over here for scar id, scon id and sfldet. This is a normal code, and then you need to combine these three select options into one string. So for that, SAP has come up with a new class, that is CL SHDB cell tab, and the method you can use is combine cell tabs. So you can call this class and method. So the output of this complete combination of string is stored under this string lvvar. So what is done over here is, this class method is called, and this is name of the internal table, and the first field is carrier id and corresponding reference is passed, that is scar id. The second field name is con id in the select option, the reference of that is scon id, so that is passed. The third field is fldate and the reference of that field is sfldate. So this is how these three select options are combined into one string, that is lvvar, and an exception is cached over here. And finally, once you have combined all the select options into one string, now you can call AMDP class, and here you can see you can pass where condition to this exporting parameter ivwhere of AMDP. So this is how you can use select options with AMDP. Sorry. So now you will be creating this AMDP and the program in ADT. So I will copy this type definition. I'm copying this. Sorry. Now I will copy class method, the method definition part. The moment I paste this definition, I get an error for implementation missing. So obviously I will have to implement this method. Implementation section method by database procedure for HDB language SQL script options read only and using table SFlight. So in the interest of time, I am copying this code. So I will copy this code for IT top and ET top first. So here is the code for IT top and ET top, and now I will pick up the code for IT flop and ET flop also. Copy this, paste it, and I need to add end method over here. Okay, so this is how I have written my AMDP, wherein you can see I have added this extra importing parameter, that is IVWhere, and in which we are going to pass select option strings, and here apply filter is added in AMDP. So now I will activate this. You can see activation is successful. Now I will create a program. Right click, new, other ABAP repository object, and you type program over here. You can get this program. Now give the program name Z program AMDP cell OPT program for select options. Finish. So the first thing that you need to do is declare a selection screen. So selection screen, begin of block B1, select options S underscore char ID for S flight char ID. Maybe you can copy it or you can type it. Con ID for S flight con ID, and third one is S underscore FL date for S flight dash FL date. Then you have to say select options, selection screen, end of block B1. Obviously, since you are using S flight table over here, you will have to declare tables. Okay. So here selection screen is ready. I am saving my program at this point. The next step now is I will have to first declare event start of selection. Under this, now I will combine these three strings into one string. So I will go back to the solution document, and here I will copy this code. If you want, you can pick up the exception also. So I will say try, and I will say data into bracket LVWhere. This is a string name is equal to, this is a standard class. Combined cell types is a method, and IT name cell types is a internal table name. And in this table, you are storing this value name is equal to, first field is selection screen field is char ID, and corresponding reference is schar ID. So to dref you are passing reference of schar ID. Second field name is con ID. So this IT name cell tab has two fields, value and name and dref. So name will be, second name will be con ID, and to dref you are passing reference of scon ID. Third field is FL date, and then you are passing reference of SFL date. Then you need to catch exceptions, that is mandatory, and end try. So this is how I have combined all the selection screen strings, selection options into one string. Now I will call AMDP class. So here you can see my AMDP class, G class underscore AMDP underscore SEL underscore OPT equal to greater than. I can say second method, single click on second method and press shift enter. So the first exporting parameter IV client pass SIM and DT. Second is LVWhere. To this you need to pass this string LVWhere in which you have combined all the select options. So this is your where condition. And importing parameter ET top and ET flop. So you need to pass two internal tables, IT top and IT flop. Right, so this is how I have called AMDP class method, and now I need to display it. So I will use class CL demo output equal to greater than display data into bracket value is equal to name of internal table IT underscore top, give a space, full stop. Same statement you can copy and change the name of table as IT flop. Right, so now I can activate this program. Activation is successful. Now I will execute this, press F8. I can see selection screen. I will first try this program without giving any input, so I will press F8 directly, and you can see this is the data from IT top first 10 records. If I close this, you will be able to see next set of records, that is from IT flop internal table, because you have two different CL demo statements. That is why you can see two different outputs. Now I will close this, and now I would like to give input in my selection screen. So sorry, I will press F4 over here and I will select LH, press F8, execute, and here you can see the data for LH, and this is for IT top. Similarly, this is for IT flop. So this is how AMDP select option works. All the best. Please go ahead and try select options with AMDP.